So when a soldier deploys to, say, a combat zone, you might be curious, well, what happens to all my stuff? Well, obviously if that soldier is a married soldier, then they can simply just leave everything with their spouse, right? But in the situation where you have a single soldier, then you might be curious, well, what do they do with all their personal items, their vehicle, and everything? Well, they can choose to, maybe leave it with a friend, maybe a boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe a family member, but if they don't have that available to them or they don't want to do that, they can have the Army store it for them. So they make an appointment with what's called JPSO, which is the Joint Personal Property Shipping Office. It's basically like the Army's movers. You make the appointment with them to say, hey, I'm deploying or whatever the case might be, right? And I need an appointment for my stuff to get stored. So they come and they box up everything for you, and then they put it in a box and put it in a shipping container, and then when you return from your deployment, call them back up and make an appointment for them to drop the stuff off again, either to the barracks or wherever, and then unpack it yourself, right? So that's what they can do with their personal items. Now for the vehicle, they can either choose to, again, leave it with someone if they want to. They can put it in a storage unit, but they have to pay for the storage unit if they want to do that. Or they can do the free option from the Army, and a lot of times they'll have maybe like a open parking lot somewhere, it's an open field, or something like that that's maybe fenced in, that's still somewhat secured, that a soldier would take their vehicle to. Maybe it's like a week before the deployment, they get all the soldiers together that are going to be storing their vehicles, they take them down there, they take their vehicles over there, drop them off, and then bus those soldiers back from that area. But the downfall of that is if you have a really nice car, it's not usually going to be in like a covered area. So if you don't want to leave it exposed to like the weather and everything, then maybe it's better just to store it inside of a Connex, or not a Connex, but a storage unit or something like that to keep it protected. Also, I know soldiers sometimes get stuck, having to wait a while to get their car out because it's kind of blocked in by other cars. So there you go. That's what happens to your stuff if you deploy.